Okay, Dakota, let's see how you do.
Sounds good. What you have before you is the Star Spangled Banner. We will get to that in a moment. First, I just want to hear everybody on the concert B flat. Okay, C for clarinet, G for saxophone, F for horn, which I know you may be out of condition for the time being. B flat for trumpet, the brass will start on B flat.
Okay, very good beginning, getting the center of pitch before you start. Not a lot of people did that, and I think they could have done a lot better with the assignment if they would have started like that.
So far. Right now, I just want to hear the pickup and the first measure from everybody. Want to have a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, da, da, da. 1, 2, 3.
Now, one thing I would suggest, whenever you gave them that B flat, instead of going on like that, I would back up just a little bit so you can hear this. Well, we jumped ahead.
C for clarinet, G for saxophone, F for horn, which I know eventually got the melody here. 1.
Well, what I was trying to find, once you get that B flat centered in, get one instrument to play it that has the best tone quality, and then bring in the others and get them to match that. And that'll help you get that center of pitch a little bit better rather than just playing one note. But I was glad to see you start out with some type of note, trying to get them to zero in them before you went forward.
2, 3, 1, 2. And that's a little low down there, but I think about this. Pitch the air across the top of the whole mouthpiece. Hang down. 1, 2, 3, 1.
Okay.
Yeah, now I'm realizing maybe I did write that too low. That's okay. Get back to the drawing board later. Okay. The other rhythms on this here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
You hear that one, can't you?
Good clarinet saxophone. This here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's all. Sounds good.
Okay. Now, with that situation, you know, I believe in positive reinforcement, but make sure that it really does sound good before you tell them. Also, what could you do right there to make sure that they come in with you? That's something you'd want to address. Like you. See, all of a sudden, you start following them instead of them following you if you let things like that go by. So just stop and say, no, you have to enter with me. You have to make the instrument sound on my pickup. Okay, good with the low breath.
Now I just want to hear everybody pick up first 4 measures, and that's all. Da, 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 da. That's all. Just up to that point. Everybody ready? Quick question. Who has the melody? 3 people. Blue. First you, first trombone.
Okay, good.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
And then also one thing you could do, Dakota, is whenever you're having a first reading like this with kids, just slow the tempo down a little bit.
Good sound overall. Melody people, just you this time.
Okay.
Same thing we just played.
Good job breaking it down to the people that are playing the same thing. That way they can listen to each other.
Good. Everybody else this.
Okay, now, and then if this was a real life situation, you definitely want to address that clarinet. Listen to the clarinet
Good.
or flute. I can't tell. I think it was a clarinet trying to play that.
Good. Everybody else this time. There's some strange chord structures in here. We'll work those out when we get there. Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Yeah, and once again, if you hear them struggling like that, don't be afraid to back that tempo down, and just even if you have to take one note at a time at the beginning, get them to play the notes. I missed what you said there.
Basically, if you call him. Got two.
Yeah, see the tuba's kind of getting left behind. Don't be afraid, just do one note at a time.
Sounds funny, doesn't it? Yeah. It's good. Bring that out a little bit
Don't necessarily know if I would want that brought out a little bit more.
more. Let's just simply run the whole thing real quick. See what we got. Everybody ready? Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
Okay. Yeah, Dakota, I think that your personality is going to be great with the kids. It's you got a dry sense of humor that's very funny. One thing that I've noticed, I feel like you feel a little bit uncomfortable fixing some of the woodwind problems. Just and that's very common with you being a trumpet player. One thing I would suggest is just as much exposure to woodwinds as you can get. Before you get out and graduate, that's going to help you tremendously. If you could play a clarinet or a flute or a saxophone, as a secondary instrument in one of the ensembles, or when you're doing your practicum, try to find a place in middle school, a good middle school teacher, where you can go and observe them and how they deal with the woodwinds in particular. I think you're going to be fine with the brass, but I would just try to spend a little bit more time in that area, especially while you're here in school and you can get help rather than waiting until you get out on your own, okay? Enjoyed it. I hope this helps. Looking forward to the next assignment.